So if anyone does not know about your Bot Joy project, would you share a little bit about that?
I'd love to. Thank you. Thanks for that. And again, it's been amazing to watch how this thing has taken on. And again, you educators, is just watching you guys run with this. It's just been thrilling. It's why I do it. So it's caught on like wildfire. But I'll try to summarize it quickly. I created a notebook back in 2010 that had a little doodle in it. And the little doodle said, it had a little robot, it had a big robot in it and a small child in it. And the robot was standing next to the child. And the caption said, imagine that you went through your entire day being followed by a giant invisible robot that just gave you outrageous compliments and told you how wonderful you were all day. And then the robot captioned, the robot saying like a little vocal bubble, it's saying, nice pants. So that's how this all started, because I gave this notebook with this doodle in it to people. And weirdly enough, people came back to me saying, you cannot believe what my robot told me today. Like, people took it to heart. And suddenly their robot was saying things like, you did really great in that meeting, and you're such a nice guy. And all. And so this whole idea that you could sort of create an imaginary character that would just like you, I just really fell in love with, because it's really just you doing it to yourself.
Right.
So I was like, well, let's make the robot. So I found that the back of Domino's is this wonderful tactile surface to be able to draw on. So I gave away real robots, and the same thing happened. I made these joy bots, and people were like, it's bringing me joy. And I was like, well, what other kind of bots could I make? So I made Brave bots that I donated to the children's hospitals here in Portland, Randall and Dornbecker. And that just became its own thing, because I gave them something like, at the beginning, like 400 robots. As kids were admitted to the hospital, they got a little Brave bot. And then all these stories kept coming back to me about how kids weren't able to do anything at the hospital unless they had their Brave bot with them, because it helped them feel brave. Like, they have to get injections, which are totally scary, or they have to go through these scary machines. It's like, nope, not without my Brave bot. And I thought, oh, wow, these things are much more powerful than I understand. And I still believe that today. I don't know how and why they work, but they do. And so the idea that I can hold onto a piece of plastic that somebody drew on and feel better and feel courage or feel joy or feel love, I cannot believe how cool that is. And so what happened is hospitals found out about this, children's hospitals in particular, and I got hit up like to donate thousands. I realized that I was the bottleneck. I was like, these things need to be out in the world. They seem to be working. They seem to be wonderful. I'm one human being. This is nuts. If you wait for me, it'll never happen. And so I put up this video on BotJoy, which was simply just steal this idea. Let me show you how to do it. Let me make it as easy for you as possible, because there needs to be more of these things out in the world. Joy bots, love bots, brave bots, hope bots, cloning bots. I even made a blame bot, so you can blame it for anything that goes wrong. And you have to so that's the story behind it. And now, like I say, thousands of people are making them. I still do. I just finished my 49,000th robot. I numbered them.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm up to like 49,000.
I have 39,964. So
fair enough. So that's the kind of story behind them. And I really don't know what's going to happen with them. Like I say, they are moving through the world. So you guys, there's educators that are making them. There's small groups that are making them. It's happening in Texas and Iowa and California and over in Europe. And that's exactly what I wanted to have happen. I wanted the sort of the collaboration cascade, or bad pun, domino effect,
right,
continue. And so who knows? It's just wonderful to sit back and watch it happen.